In your headlines, SNU director shares positive information on future progression of the SNU. Government launches Let's Move TCI, and 3 men have been arrested and charges for their crimes in Providenciales. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your #1 source for news, I'm Erica Pinales, delivering the latest from across the country this Monday, November 29th, 2021, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. Scientists are calling it a red flag. The new COVID variant is raising concerns across the desks of COVID-19 vaccine makers as they worry about the efficacy of the drug on the new strain, while the U.S. government tries to buy time to find out more by implementing travel restrictions toward its emerging country. Here's more.
This latest strain of the COVID-19 virus, called Omicron, or the B11529, emerges out of South Africa. A reminder that while COVID-19 may be becoming less talked about, it is still very much present. It has been categorized as a variant of concern, and while the United States, in an attempt to act proactively, has instated travel restrictions for South Africa, the experts say they believe the virus may have already arrived. So what does this mean for the TCI, which sees most of its visitors from the United States? In simple terms, it may only be a matter of time before it hits the Turks and Caicos Islands. And while the country has luckily vaccinated more than half of its adult population, like the United States, officials should begin to focus on booster inoculations. Officials are still uncertain as to the effects of the vaccine on the new strain, which seems a bit blurry as sources say companies like Moderna and BioNTech are already working on a vaccine for the Omicron. Health officials say it isn't clear whether Omicron is more transmissible compared to other variants like the Delta variant, or whether infection with Omicron causes more severe disease, even as South Africa records rising rates of hospitalizations, which could also be due to more persons becoming infected with COVID-19, not specifically Omicron. The nation recording just over 200 new confirmed cases per day in recent weeks. South Africa saw the number of new daily cases rocket to more than 3,200 on Saturday. Now up to 90% of the new cases are caused by the new variant. The variant has also been found in countries ranging from Australia to Israel, Botswana to Britain, since it was first detected in South Africa.
The government has launched a Let's Move TCI movement geared towards encouraging residents to get healthy and stay active. The program, a collaborative initiative of the Ministries of Health and Sports, was launched last Thursday. Take a look.
The movement is geared towards kids, young adults, and the elderly, getting them active and fit for purpose.
The mission, I must say, is to increase Turks and Caicos Islands residents' engagement in sports and physical activity, and to promote holistic, healthy living alongside proper nutrition. Goal 1 of the People's Plan is to ensure that as many people as possible can play sports and engage in physical activity. And I must say that this is in alignment of the Sports Commission strategic plan. So all that we are saying and all that we are doing, it's strategic.
Minister of Health, Honorable Jamel Robinson, spoke to the initiative and what it entails.
When my team and I was brought in for the first meeting with the Sports Commission to be a partner in this initiative some months ago, we jumped on board. We put our money where our mouths are. And here we are at the launch of something that I hope will be a paradigm shift in how we live as Turks and Caicos Islanders in our country. I'd like to thank the Sports Commission and their team, as well as all committee members, for bringing this concept to a reality, to promote and instill the benefits of good nutrition and exercise at an early age. The Ministry of Health will also revitalize its school nutrition and physical fitness program in order to foster the development of lifelong healthy lifestyle practices of students from the preschool through post-secondary levels in the Turks and Caicos Islands. The Health Promotion and Advocacy Unit, Departments of Agriculture and Education will all play a vital role in the execution of the National School Nutrition and Physical Fitness Policy. After-school pilot programs will be implemented at 2 primary schools in Grand Turk to educate students and their parents about the importance of infusing proper nutrition and physical fitness into their daily living by using a variety of creative art forms to communicate therapeutic messages to students.
This initiative will support the missions of Let's Move TCI to increase Turks and Caicos Islands residents' engagement in sport and physical activity, and to promote holistic healthy living alongside proper nutrition. For PTV Newswatch, I'm Delana Iles.
We're going to take a quick pause. We'll be right back with more Newswatch.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. 3 men have been arrested and charged for various crimes committed around Providenciales. Police say it was their excellent investigative work that led to the arrest. Details in this report.
31-year-old Tremaine Clark of Blue Hills, Providenciales, was formally charged and cautioned for aggravated burglary at a villa on Beach Street, Thompson Cove, on August 15th. Also charged is Earl Darrell Basin, a 29-year-old man of Blue Hills. He too will answer to a burglary charge. Basin allegedly committed a crime in the Cooperjack area on November 16th. A third man, 30-year-old Doc Lendy of 5 Keys, has been charged with the robbery of the Cash Whiz pawn shop in Grace Bay. This crime was committed on June 19th. Lendy is also charged with the possession of an imitation firearm with intent to commit a serious offense. He was also charged and fined $800 for remaining in the islands beyond the permitted time. Failure to pay the fine will result in Lendy serving 4 months in prison. All 3 men appeared in the magistrate's court this morning to answer to their individual charges. Superintendent Lisa Mitchinson, who heads the Crime and Public Protection Unit, commended the work of the officers. She says, quote, "While there is much work to be done, I would like to thank the CID officers and the supporting units for the great work throughout 2021. We will continue this positive trend in 2022 and show that the Turks and Caicos Islands is still one of the safest places to live and visit." End quote. Superintendent Mitchison says, while this work is commendable, the force still needs the public's help as they continue to fight crime. For PTV Newswatch, I am Delana Iles.
In the next half of the SNU Roundtable discussion, mothers and caregivers of special needs persons receive some helpful advice as the director shares some good news and further developments coming out of that unit.
Continuing on the special needs roundtable discussion, Education Officer Jazz Walken says, as a person with special needs himself, he struggled with defending himself for half of his life. Now it's more about defending his challenges with special needs. He says interacting with persons with special needs provides you the opportunity to see the bigger picture.
Force you to see the world through other people's eyes. And that's what we don't like to do at times. We want to see things the way we choose to see it.
That's right.
When you're dealing with a child with special needs, whether it's autism or ADHD, or a language disorder, or even Down syndrome or neurodevelopmental disorder, you have got to stop looking for something in them that you are looking for in yourself. You got to, I use this term a lot with my teachers. I said, listen, curriculum and assessment and what we're trying to do in school is very important. I'm not knocking that. But I think Ms. Bean and Rick and Ms. Rigby would appreciate when I say, you have to meet children where they are.
Yes.
You have to meet them where they are.
Chairman of the Hope Foundation and mother of a 12-year-old with autism, Maxia Rigby shares some advice for parents and caregivers of persons, specifically children with special needs.
When you're in an airplane and they're talking about their emergency regulations and they tell you, make sure to put on your oxygen mask first before you assist others. And there's a reason for that. When I was a child, I didn't understand. I was like, so my mommy's supposed to just let me, die while she putting on her oxygen? I didn't understand as a child, but as an adult, I understand why. You cannot help others if you can't help yourself, right? So I would advise, make sure that you have that support that you need in any shape, form, or fashion that you can find it. Reach out for it, grab it, because that's what's going to help you to assist your child.
Ms. Betty Ann Bean, director of the Special Needs Unit for the Ministry of Health, also took the opportunity to share some good news from her unit.
I did mention the audiologist screening.
Yes.
Right, that's one of our programs in our department as well, where we have screened over 400 children, 4+, for hearing issues. And out there screening, we had 2 came up with hearing issues. 2 children, that is, in addition to the 30-some adults that were screened. And we intend to roll out that program again early next year. And as a matter of fact, there's a team coming in next weekend for our Health Expo. The Health Expo in Grand Turk next week, Friday, where we're trying to encourage students to pursue that field of studies, the audiology.
She also spoke to the $150,000 supplementary to aid in overseas assistance for persons with special needs. Officials say slots are still open. Also, the therapeutic summer camp is expected to be back next year after a break during the pandemic. Visit the Special Needs Unit for more.
Don't touch that remote control. We'll be right back with the national weather forecast and what the rest of the week will be looking like when we come back.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Here's your weather forecast for November 30th, 2021. On the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 77, winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. For South Caicos, on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 77, winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos, on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 77, winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key, on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 77, winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And on Providenciales, on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 77, winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:12 a.m., sunset 5:06 p.m. For your high tides and low tides, high tides 3:33 a.m., 3:55 p.m., and low tide 9:53 a.m., 10:02 p.m. And for your hurricane outlook, for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 5 days. And that's it for your weather forecast and hurricane outlook. We'll be right back for more Newswatch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to Newswatch. High school guidance counselor and newly published author hosted the launching of her first book, Lily and Isla the Flamingo, on Saturday, November 27th, 2021, at the Gustavus Lightburn Sports Complex. Here's more.
On the launching of the book, Lily and Isla the Flamingo, published by my daughter, Livenia Hamilton Bishop. I congratulate her on her accomplishment, and I say, to God be the glory for the great things that He has done, and may God continue to bless you. There is much talent in the Turks and Caicos Islands, and we are delighted to see a display of talent this afternoon.
It was an eventful day with lots of interaction and activities for children and adults who attended. The event was nothing short of inspiring, topped by a performance done by little Cassidy Hamilton.
They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Hamilton was introduced onto the spotlight and expressed her gratitude and feeling of achievement and nostalgia as the day unfolded.
I thought I was not going to cry, but it started from little Miss Esco when she recited the poem, and then my niece danced, and then Erica finished me off, which I anticipated. Just give me a minute to collect myself. I feel like this auditorium is packed to the brim, because I took a look around, and everyone who was significant to me, everyone who I anticipated coming to support, was in this room.
In an exclusive with the author, she shared what inspired her to write the book and details of what we can find inside.
Pay tribute to the time times when we used to play outside as children and some of the old-fashioned games that we would play, I wanted to remind children of what childhood is really about and see if we can inspire them to get back to those ways in nature, those times in nature.
Bishop said that her daughter was her main inspiration when writing the book.
The main character, Lily, is named and inspired by my daughter, Lily, who enjoys lots of storytelling of her own. She always has an imaginary friend with her, whom we eventually named Isla. And I wanted to give her something as well to look back at years to come, years later, so she can get a piece of what our childhood was. It's like a time stamp or a time capsule, almost, for children of this era.
She ended with giving thanks and feeling satisfied with the outcome of the event.
I'd like to say continue to inspire our children to read, to enjoy themselves, to enjoy their childhood, and go back to the times when things were simpler ways of life. Let them get a scuffed knee or two. Let them learn winning and losing through a little game or two, and always enjoy family and bond together.
That brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. or you can visit us at our website at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Pinales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Signing off until next time.